We all know someone, maybe it's a coworker making six figures who still sweats bullets when the rent is due. Why do some people just keep amassing wealth year after year, while others work incredibly hard but seem to run endlessly on a financial treadmill? Today, we are skipping the basic math and diving straight into behavioral wealth. Because earning money, that is just income. Real wealth is the byproduct of your habits. It's the quiet accumulation of daily decisions that either compound in your favor or keep you completely stuck. So let's become the architects of our own wealth and break this cycle for good.
It's honestly one of the most frustrating realities out there. You put in the hours, you do the heavy lifting, and yet you finish the month with a stagnant bank account. And no, the answer isn't just that the universe is inherently unfair. It comes down to the silent erosion of wealth through our micro decisions. Think of every small daily choice like the steering wheel of your financial life. You aren't just parked. Those tiny, barely noticeable movements are actively driving you toward financial freedom or keeping you firmly glued to the exact same spot.
To unpack this, we've broken the poverty cycle down into a 5-part roadmap for this explainer. We're going to cover 1. The income illusion, 2. Plugging the money leaks, 3. Investing time and skills, 4. Overcoming psychological traps, and 5. The ultimate wealth killer.
Let's kick things off with Section 1, the income illusion. The big behavioral trap here is Parkinson's Law, which basically states that your expenses will always rise to meet your income. Without stepping in, lifestyle creep takes over, which means a bigger paycheck is absolutely not a magic cure for a lack of wealth.
Which brings us right into Section 2, plugging the money leaks. Since we know out-earning bad habits is mathematically impossible, we have to tackle the everyday financial mismanagement that drains your tank before you even realize it's empty. The foundation to stop this drain isn't about depriving yourself, it's about removing behavioral friction. If you rely on sheer willpower to not spend money, you're going to hit decision fatigue fast. Wealth is actually built through systems, like zero-based budgeting or automated cash flow routing. Basically, a budget is just a plan for your money to stop it from disappearing. When you assign every single dollar a job the second it hits your account, you ditch the mental gymnastics of deciding whether you can afford something. The system dictates the behavior.
And the absolute golden rule in that system is knowing the difference between the hidden costs of depreciation and the leverage of yield-producing investments. A luxury item might look awesome on day one, but it immediately bleeds value. It requires maintenance, insurance, and ultimately, a liability just takes money out of your pocket. On the flip side, buying equity, dividend-yielding stocks, or a cash-flowing property puts your money to work for you. Before you make any major transaction, just ask yourself, is this going to consume my wealth, or will it multiply it?
Okay, pivoting to Section 3, investing time and skills. We are shifting gears from playing defense with our capital to playing high-leverage offense with our personal value.
Think about the massive returns you get on time. Reallocating just 1 hour, 60 minutes a day, away from doom scrolling and into deep, focused learning might not feel like much on a random Tuesday, but string that together, it compounds into 365 hours of skill acquisition in a single year. That's roughly the equivalent of an intensive university semester, pulled entirely from recovered pockets of wasted time. Time is a finite, non-renewable asset. Where you deploy it dictates your future baseline.
And the market is pretty ruthless about how it rewards that time. Here is a slightly harsh reality. The market does not pay you for how hard you work. If it did, ditch diggers would be billionaires. The reality is, the more problems you can solve, the more valuable you become. If you avoid the friction of learning high-leverage skills like coding, advanced sales, or digital marketing, you guarantee that you stay easily replaceable. Upgrading your skill set is the only surefire way to increase your intrinsic value.
Once you level up that value, relying entirely on one employer for your livelihood becomes a really unnecessary vulnerability. Consider this. The average self-made millionaire has multiple distinct streams of income. By layering things like freelancing, an online business, rental income, investing, or even a side project alongside a primary career, you're not just building wealth, you're engineering financial anti-fragility. If one stream dries up, the reservoir is still full.
But eventually, making money has to transition into capital growth. Enter the snowball effect. It's really just 3 steps. Step 1, start early. Step 2, invest consistently. Step 3, achieve compound growth. Albert Einstein allegedly called compound interest the 8th wonder of the world, and the math totally backs it up. If you consistently invest just a few $100s a month into a standard index fund starting in your 20s, historical market returns dictate you'll retire a multimillionaire without doing any extra physical labor. The money makes the money.
Let's bridge that math into mindset with Section 4, Overcoming Psychological Traps. The mechanics of wealth are actually incredibly straightforward, yet behavioral barriers hold a staggering number of people back from ever even starting.
The most pervasive barrier is an absolute misunderstanding of risk. Wealthy individuals aren't reckless cowboys and they aren't fearless. Successful people simply take calculated risks. They operate on the principle of asymmetric risk, meaning they meticulously cap their downside so they cannot be ruined, but they leave their upside completely unlimited. Starting a business or aggressively investing capital feels uncomfortable for sure, but growth exclusively happens outside the comfort zone. You just have to accurately calculate that worst-case scenario.
And stepping into that calculated risk requires a fortified environment, because your environment matters. There's a well-known psychological heuristic that says you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If your inner circle avoids responsibility, complains about the economy, and mocks ambition, their gravity will inevitably pull you down. Upgrading your financial life almost always requires auditing your social life. You have to intentionally build a network of people who normalize success and demand growth.
Which brings us to our final section. Number 5, the ultimate wealth killer. You can master your cash flow, optimize your time, and surround yourself with visionaries, but there is still one fatal flaw that unravels it all.
As this brilliantly illustrates, success usually takes longer than people expect. The most destructive force in wealth creation is the inability to survive the valley of disappointment. This is that brutal phase where you are putting in the work, you're saving the money, you're learning the skills, but the compounding curve hasn't hit its massive hockey stick moment yet. The results are invisible. And this is exactly where the masses quit. Success requires a profound level of delayed gratification. The people who win the game of wealth are simply the ones who refuse to stop during that quiet, unrewarding middle.
Wealth really is an architecture. It's built brick by steady brick. To break the poverty cycle, you need to execute these empowered actions like a daily drumbeat. Spend less than you earn to create the gap. Learn a valuable skill to command more value. Create extra income to build anti-fragility. Invest consistently to trigger that compounding snowball. And above all, stay patient.
So, let me leave you with this. Which habit will you change today? Behavioral wealth isn't about winning the lottery. It's about auditing your daily actions and making precise, calculated adjustments. Pick just one structural change we discussed, implement it today, and let time do the rest. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I hope this roadmap helps you engineer your daily decisions with renewed clarity. Keep optimizing, keep compounding, and I'll see you next time.